Medal of Honor Airborne. One of my favorite games as a kid I ever played. And there's a couple reasons why. But first off, with the game itself. The development cycle for it started way back in 2004. The game was released in late 2007 for Xbox 360, and a mobile phone version, which I didn't know about this, was put out in August 2007. So that's cool, I guess. PlayStation 3 became available like a month later, and there's PlayStation 2, Wii, and Xbox versions, but were canceled. It was developed by EA, more specifically their EA Los Angeles department, and it had the Unreal Engine 3, and when it came out, critically it got high 7s, low 8s from people like Metacritic, Game Informer, GameSpy, IGN, with IGN specifically giving it a 7.9. And a couple reasons why they didn't give it more, which I respect that they didn't give it more, because there was a couple flaws in this game, but it was revolutionary at the time, and I think they could have gotten more points for that. Personally, I would put it 9 out of 10, even without, putting my love for it as a child ahead of it, because, if you like something in the past, you're going to like it and not look at it critically. But I do look at this game critically, and I still give it a 9 out of 10. It had interesting features, really polished, I was going to say well thought out campaign, a good campaign. Multiplayer was interesting as well, and I think all of it obviously attests to the fact that it's, what the title suggests, airborne. Like, everything revolves around you parachuting like a paratrooper and doing tasks and objectives like a paratrooper back in World War II would actually do. For instance, every time you start a campaign mission, and every time you start a multiplayer match, when you're the Americans, I should specify, you parachute in. Like, you literally pop out of a plane with your teammates, either AI or teammates, like people, like you and me. And that really brings the whole game, it has to bring the game a certain way, like bring it up a certain way. You have to build up backwards. Like, you have this concept and you had to build it from there. You couldn't build all the missions and then add in the airborne effect. They had to put the airborne effect first and foremost. So every map you can land basically anywhere on the map. I would say most maps you have about 2/3 of it available for you to pop in. The other third I'll mention in a second. But the first 2/3 you pop in anywhere you want. There's green zones, and specifically I have some where they have ammo, health, and green flares where you're supposed to go, where there's allies and you won't get wrecked. Like, in the beginning of this video, I try to do what's called a skill drop, and there's 5 of those in each map, and you're supposed to land on a certain way, a certain aspect, and you get that for achievements, blah, 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 blah. There's really nothing to gain otherwise other than achievements for doing it, because they're freaking hard. Anyway, as you saw that, I jumped, there was no teammates there, and I got shot to shit. And that's what happens when you don't go to the green zones. That's, what could happen. Not always if you don't drop in the green zones, which is upcoming here. It's not like you're going to get wrecked, but it's kind of suggests you should do that. But that's 2/3 of the map. The other third on the maps, and this is in every campaign, there's you complete all your tasks. Like the first mission, destroy AA guns. After those 4, a new area unlocks, and it's like a new mission. Like, this is why I have a sniper rifle. The new mission was to go and snipe a general, and then go take out the reinforcements he called in. Or in Operation Market Garden, you take out a tank and you go up to the bridge, and the bridge is available for you. Now, if you get to that, if you get complete 2/3 of the map, you go to the extra third, you don't get to drop into like a parachute. And I think that's coming up here, where I die a couple times on purpose, and I don't get to drop in. Well, I do get to drop in some aspects because I'm still completing my first tasks. And while you're completing those first tasks, you still get to drop in parachute like you're a new trooper. But after you get to a certain point, a certain cutscene usually, the cutscene signifies the change in sections of the map. You don't get to drop in, you just check points, which is convenient because it is linear at that point. Everything at the start, when you first parachute into a level, you can do anything you want in any order you want. But after you get to that certain cutscene and that point after that, then it's very linear, A to B to C, or whatever your objective is. Multiplayer, you don't get the green zones, obviously there's no skill drops, but you get dropped in anywhere. But the other team gets to shoot at you while you're flying in the air, which is a fun aspect, as long as you don't get owned. And I was going to record some multiplayer gameplay, but shockingly, not a lot of people play this, and I couldn't find anyone without it being one-on-one and very, very, very boring to watch. But see, like here I died, and it comes back to the screen. And I want to talk about this screen here. It's a loading screen. Every time it loads, it's a screen of all the enemies you'll face in the game. And they're all ranked on levels. There is rookie, veteran, like modes like that, like any shooter game. But beyond that, there's also levels of the enemies you'll face. The first ones are like trained, or they're Italian and not great forces. And then as the game progresses, the levels get harder. So does the enemies you face, and they have different weapons. You can see their weapons, their skill, how much they've been trained, or how much combat experience they have. The last two was a Panzerschreck dude. I forget their names because I think they're half in German. And then a guy that has a machine gun, and that guy's fucking scary. Like, he's got a gas mask on and just scary all out. Jeebus scared me as a kid. But those guys are like 9 and 10. And you could tell on the menu that, oh, these guys could really F up my day. Maybe I should take, better care of myself when I see them. And that helps you. Obviously you don't need that. I mean, it's kind of like the theory that people like Ego Raptor hate, like the game, like, hey, these guys are really scary, like, fucking be careful of them. Even though the game will tell you, because they're going to take more bullets and they're going to be smarter about how they take you out. So you can see it, but as a kid I appreciated it, because I didn't know what the Duke's like differences. I didn't see that. I did see a big level 10, like 1 out of 10 score. I got that. I comprehended that. I didn't comprehend, like, since they look different, they'd be harder. And so, as a kid, I enjoyed it. As an adult, I'm indifferent. But this is one of the cutscenes we're talking about. Something happens, and the next scene pops up. And so, after this point, I don't parachute in. And I think I might show the 1 or 2 times I died here, because I was trying to bite off more than I chew. And bear in mind, I died a lot, but it's been... Holy crap, it might actually be a decade since I played this game. Because 2017, I just played it a couple weeks ago. No, it'd be 9 years, because the game came out late 2007, so I wouldn't have played it until like probably 2008. Sorry, I haven't played it probably since 2008, so not 10 years yet. But I'm not great at it, so that's why I died a lot. Just all around, it's just an awesome game. Like, if there's an opportunity for you to get it, which there is, because it's only about 15 or so bucks right now on the Xbox Live Store. I don't know about PlayStation or anything like that. Or you can get it on disc probably for cheaper, way cheaper. It's a great game. It's different, and it's weird because the mechanics in the game, you can't run while aiming down the sights. That kind of sucks. And like the health system kind of sucks at times, because you could just be standing there, minding your own business, and all of a sudden you're down to 1 health pack and you're about to die. But it has cool things, like the gun aspect. Like, you shoot enough guys, your gun fills up with the blue, and once you get at a certain point, you unlock a new thing, like a choker, or a rifle barrel that makes it shoot faster, or like a round drum, fast mag, or something like that. It's really cool, and it helps you progress throughout the story, makes you feel like you're actually doing something. But just try this game, or, look for, like, a playthrough without any commentary like mine in the background. It's got sweet stuff. Sweet campaign, multiplayer. It used to be cool in its heyday. Now it's just dead, but that's usual for shooter games. I really do believe in it giving a 9 out of 10, but that's maybe because I like Bandit Brothers and stuff like that so much. But that's it for me. Thanks you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.